Welcome everyone, come on in. How's everybody doing today? Please introduce yourself. Tell me your name. Holland. Hi there, Holland. And I would love it if you could share this out to your network. If you're on an Android, you're just going to swipe up and down and it will ask you to share it. I would love that. And we're going to be doing 5 tips today on Canva, how to use it. And if you're on an iPhone or an iPad, you're going to swipe to the side and invite your network that way. We're going to be starting at 2 o'clock p.m. and I look forward to sharing all this information with you. Leanne, hello, nice to see you. Send me some love, you guys. Let me know who you are and maybe some topics that I can help you on future 5 for 5s. Today, as I said, we're talking about Canva, and I'm not going to start until 2 o'clock. It's my promise to everyone. I start exactly at 2, and we're going to go for just 5 minutes. So as we're waiting for people to roll on in, just let me know that you can hear me, and if there's anything that I can support you with using Periscope, it would be my pleasure. So I see that we have some people in here. And we have people that are online as well on their browsers. So welcome everyone. I appreciate you being here. And I encourage you after the scope to go and check out sparkitnetwork.com/Periscope, where you will get a review of what we talked about today. Absolutely free. You can download a checklist on how to use Canva, because that is our topic today, how to use Canva. Has anybody out there ever used Canva before? Or are you thinking, what is the Canva? Okay, we're very quiet out there. All right, my friends, we're going to start. My name is Karen Glasser, and welcome to this episode of 5 for 5. That is where we talk about 5 tips in 5 minutes every single Tuesday at 2 p.m. And today we're going to be talking about Canva. Now, Canva is one of those really, really cool tools. It's free. It's online. It's www.canva.com. And what I really like about this is that, first of all, it's a free online tool, and it's a great way to design all sorts of things that you're going to need in your marketing. And that's what our tips are going to be about today. So tip number 1. In Canva, you can go in there and create blogging and ebook images. You can create Kindle covers. You can create blog featured images, as well as all sorts of really cool things to put into your blogs, and you can personalize them. So I really encourage you, tip number one is to use Canva. Click on the blog feature that's actually in the Canva program, and create things for your blog posts. And don't forget to add keywords and tags when you're doing that. Within the Canva platform, there's a place to add tags and keywords, because everything that you add a tag or a keyword to is searchable. And that's the whole idea behind marketing, obviously, is to get found. Tip number 2, where else can you use Canva? You can use Canva in social media. Now again, Canva is a program that creates custom images. It's a free program. You go in there and you create all sorts of really cool things. You can do, I'm sure that when you're scrolling around Facebook or Instagram or all over the place in social media, you see these really cool pictures that have quotes on it. You can create these memes, that's another way of saying graphics, to be used on your social media platforms. Just don't forget to put your website on there as well as your name. You want your call to action on these graphics that you're using to post on social media. You can post them on Facebook. You can post them on Instagram. You can post them on Pinterest. You can also share them out on Twitter if you're so inclined. But again, when you create these graphics, when you go into canva.com and you decide to click on create a Facebook image, don't forget, after you put the quote, if it's somebody else's quote, you want to make sure you attribute it to that person, but also put your website or your name on that graphic so that people can find you. Tip number 3, you can use Canva to create all of your banners for your social media platforms. That means YouTube. There's a YouTube template right in Canva. Go on in there, click on it, and you can create your banner right there, your header for YouTube. You can also create your banners for Facebook. You can create custom email headers. So if you're using an email program to send out email blasts to your list, if you're using MailChimp or Infusionsoft, any of those things, there's an ability to create a custom banner, custom header, so that when your email shows up in somebody's email account, they recognize it because it's branded to you. And you can use Canva to create that header, that banner, to put into your email letters that you're going to send out. So that was tip number 3. Tip number 4. This is my favorite. I vibrate when I talk about this. Tip number 4 is you can use Canva to create infographics and checklists. How cool is that? In fact, when you go to sparkitnetwork.com/Periscope, you're going to see some infographics that I actually created using Canva. Infographics are really great, and they will attract a lot of views and a lot of likes and a lot of shares, especially if you are providing a lot of content on that infographic. So you can create those infographics right in there, and you can create checklists as well. One more thing, you can also create website content with these infographics. So you can actually post them on your blog post as well. You can use them as ethical bribes. What's an ethical bribe, you might ask? Well, when you visit people's websites, you will often see a place to put your email and your name, right? Well, they want to give you something in order to get your name and email address. You can use these infographics and these checklists to create that product to give away. And finally, tip number 5, and that is to use Canva for marketing materials. Believe it or not, Canva will allow you to create flyers. You can create business cards on Canva. You can create posters, and you can also create invitations. So Canva is a multi-use platform. They're coming out with Canva for Work. That will be a per month charge, but they'll be creating your own templates as well. But I use the free version, and you can use the free version as well. So let's go over those 5 tips. First of all, go to canva.com. That's the website, free website. Tip number 1, you can use Canva for your blogging and for your ebooks and your Kindle books and your blog featured images. And don't forget to put a hashtag and a keyword in there. Tip number 2, use it for social media. You can use it for quotes and memes, and make sure, again, put your website and your name so you have a call to action. People know how to find you. You can put them on Facebook. You can put them on Pinterest and on Instagram. Tip number 3, social media and email banners. How cool to have an email go out with a branded header that you can create on Canva. You can also create your Twitter headers and your Facebook banners, as well as your YouTube channel art. You can do all that on Canva. Tip number 4, create infographics and checklists, which are really awesome. Great way to provide content, but you can use them for your ethical bribes and your website opt-ins, and you can use them for actual website content. So you can do a blog post, for instance, and say, I have attached this really cool infographic for you to download onto your computer. So you're giving a value to your network. And finally, tip number 5, using Canva for marketing materials. Why not go and create some business cards there? Why not create some flyers, posters, and invitations to events that you're doing? There is so much to do on Canva. I strongly encourage you to go check it out. It's absolutely free, and it's so much fun. I want to thank you all for joining me today for 5 for 5 every week at 2 p.m. Pacific time. I'm Karen Glasser, and please join me over at sparkitnetwork.com/Periscope. See you all later, everyone.